Well, as you can see, that's my dog over there. So you get a nice view of her temporarily. All right. So, I changed the angle of this ever so slightly. So let's move over here, move the Garand. What a beautiful rifle that is. All right, everybody. Hey, what are you doing? All right. Now we've... Hey, how you doing? How you doing? This is my dog, Annie. Beautiful, beautiful dog. But I'm not here to talk about her, even though she's quite nice. Thank you, honey. I love you too. But I want to talk about something that sort of has some effect on the way I shoot. It's my eyes. In fact, it affects everybody how they shoot. But it's not necessarily the content of my eyes or what they're made of. It's actually what's on top of them, specifically my glasses. Now, I want to share with you some thoughts that I've learned over the years about shooting with glasses. Now, you might say, well, a lot of people shoot with glasses. Why is this even a topic? Well, when I started out, there wasn't really a lot of information about how to deal with the problems that can occur when you are, in fact, shooting with glasses. And the number one thing that I've dealt with when I'm shooting with glasses is actually fog. Fog, mist, and sweat. And if you do any sort of serious training, you deal with it a lot. Now, what happens exactly? Well, basically when you sweat and you're exerting a lot of effort, your glasses will effectively fog up. If you have glasses, you know what I'm talking about. It's just the condensation of the water from your body coming up and coating your lenses. Obviously, that has a really negative effect on shooting. So it causes a really big problem. Now, how do I deal with this? Some methods that I've heard are you can actually take dishpan soap and coat the lens with said item to actually prevent that from happening. I've had mixed success with this. It sometimes works and it sometimes doesn't. The problem with this method is that it kind of makes your glasses all grimy and shit. It gives them a film over them, and it's really not that great. What I think works really, really well, and my friend Scott over here at TSI brought this up to me the other day, is Rain-X. Rain-X is a coating that actually goes on the glass of your windshield, and it prevents condensation from gathering, or it whisks away water more effectively. And I've been using that, and it's worked pretty well. I can't claim that I've been using it in any sort of really, really, really extreme environment or anything like that, but from what I've experienced with it, it works rather well. Now, other considerations when using glasses during shooting. We're going to go into a little bit of the shit at the fan situation, to a lesser degree. If your glasses break, even though society is fine and everything like that, it could be a shit at the fan situation. I remember a funny story once where I told my mom, I said, you know, my sight isn't that bad, Ma. I said, if I had to, for example, drive back from Queens during rush hour without my glasses, I could do it. The next day, I was opening my car door, and I actually hit my head on the door. I know, it's really fucking smooth, right? The glasses, the lens popped out, and I didn't have any glasses, and I had to drive home from Queens in traffic at rush hour. I managed, but I really don't recommend that. So the point I'm getting at is that have a backup pair. Backup pairs of glasses, while they can be expensive, are really, really, really useful. Because, well, let's just say you're in an extended defensive situation for whatever reason. I'm not going to go into what the scenario is, but I'm sure you can put one together in your mind. If you're in that kind of situation, you don't have access to the store, you don't have access to anybody who can perhaps repair glasses. So have an extra one. The most obvious one is that if you had multiple glasses over the years, save them. Save them, maybe even put them in your shooting bag. When Joe and Evan and I were going to Florida, I was in Joe's bathroom and I had dropped my glasses and the lens popped out and I nearly fucking shit myself. Thankfully, I had another pair in my car. And also, thankfully, I was able to repair the glasses just by kind of easing them back into the lens somehow. The other day, though, my glasses did, in fact, split. The screw actually split, and there was no physical way of the lens being held in there anymore. And I was none too pleased, but I was okay, because I had an extra pair in my car, which I usually keep in the glove box, which I'm happy I did do that. I'm happy that they're there. Are they the most comfortable? No, they're really, really old. But just planning for stuff like that, especially when you're training, especially when you cannot predict the environment that's going to be happening is a very, very effective solution, I think. Now, as time goes on, I want to supplement this series actually by perhaps looking up more economical ways of buying cheaper frames, buying cheaper glasses, buying cheaper lenses, or anything of that sort to actually supplement your collection. Because in my opinion, the more you have of this, because these are basically your eyes, let's be honest, they're basically your eyes, especially for some people who are almost totally blind without them. I'm one of the lucky ones, I guess, and I don't need to do that, or I'm not blind if they're gone. They're just really, really blurry. It's kind of like, as I said before, rubbing fog on a lens. I can see stuff, but it's not particularly clear. So anyway, these are just some thoughts that I wanted to put together about shooting with glasses. I guess some final thoughts too is that there's another reason why I fucking hate the Warsaw stock on the AKs. The way it works for me personally is that since the stock is so short, you have to get your cheek fairly close to the dust cover. And what can happen is that under recoil, especially if your AK is like mine, which doesn't have a muzzle brake due to New York State's very logical laws. I don't have a muzzle brake on mine. It actually hit my glasses and scratched up the frame a little bit. Is it the worst thing in the world? No. But if you're in the know about glasses, if you wear them a lot, then you're probably thinking to yourself, that could be really fucking annoying. Oh, and it is. It is fucking infuriating. And it's really expensive to replace them. So I gotta live with it for now. Again, that could just be my own mistake, but it's something that did happen to me, and I'd like to share it with you too. So anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe, say hi, don't say hi, whatever. It's great to talk to you guys again, and I hope to hear your input. If you have any information, any tips about shooting with glasses, or any experiences that you've had, please let me know. Please let the world know, because you're not only helping me, but you're helping the people within the comments as well. So until next time, I don't have an inspiring quote, but I'll think of one. I really got to figure out a better way of doing this than just running over to the camera and shutting it off. No, in time, I guess.